Alright, so everyone, welcome back to the second episode of the Democratic Hungary run in Hearts of Iron 4 using the Road to 56 mod and various other mods. So, in the meantime, what has changed in the world? And as you can see, quite a bit. So, as I predicted, Germany basically took Sweden and Norway. The USSR puppeted Finland. And since they were also at war with the Northern Lights, I think they were called, basically the Scandinavian faction, they went in and also, of course, the Allies, they went in, completely annihilated Romania, and since they are now at war also with the Allies, they went in and took over Poland, who is now a puppet. There's a Polish People's Republic, which is sort of interesting, because I thought that Poland was in the Allies. But apparently not. Apparently they could just piece them out. But D-Day happened, mostly because Germany, after they killed France, didn't actually bother with the Benelux, who then joined the Allies, and the British had a very nice landing ground. They have over 26 divisions just in this one province, which is mostly, colonial stuff. But, it's still the Allies. The Irish, I think, are about to join the Allies. I think they did this, and yeah, they only have to do this Malcolm MacDonald focus to gain Northern Ireland in exchange for joining the Allies against the Germans. The United States is not in any conflict, is not in the war, and it's about to be kind of late. However, I don't think they're actually going to join because the Japanese actually went democratic, which is sort of strange, but whatever. And I don't think they are not anymore with anyone. And the Chinese, so the Japanese democratic, the Chinese are in their own faction. These guys are in their own faction. Xinjiang did join the Common Form, which means that the British Raj is now quite the battleground. Also, there was an Iranian civil war, a whole lot of stuff happening. The African front is safely secured. And now, since the Allies are at war with both Germany and the Soviet Union, we can't really just join the war because they're both Soviet-British war, which, no thank you. So, I do have a war goal against Germany because they did cause quite a bit of world tension. In fact, I think they actually, the Soviet Union generated the most. Okay, never mind. But, as you can see, the axis is quite massive, and we are just this little smudge over here. So I did core Slovakia, because, there should be a fairly large amount of people still living here who would be willing to fight for Hungary and suddenly fight for the democratic cause against either the fascists or the communists. So this should be just like a partial core. However, it isn't represented in the game at all, so I did just core it. I do have a few airplanes set up. I do have a couple of anti-air buildings, I guess. I did also just fortify my entire border with level 3s, and the German border is level 4s, and here level 5 from the Czechoslovakian focus tree. Still, we're going to see how things pan out. The Germans don't actually have much on our borders, so we're just going to declare war like so. And these guys are in the Axis. Slovenia is in the Axis, so we'll see how things pan out. I'm going to start the blood agreement, no longer fulfilled because we are at war. Finally, the Hungarian kingdom goes to war. We can accept volunteers from Republican Spain, who is not at war. However, they are wildly supporting the democratic powers over the communist powers, which is kind of interesting. Because the communists aren't actually at war. Okay. So I don't think... Yeah, the Common Form is not in alliance with the Germans. So I don't think we should have much trouble just sort of doing this. And pointing the arrow in the general direction of the Germans. I Also don't think that, well, you know, I built those forts, but I don't think they're actually going to attack us, because they just are too distracted at this moment to really do anything. So I think we should just shorten this front line right here, maybe like so. Just to see, oh, that's a lot of firepower there. It's a lot of firepower. So our men of, well, not men of war, our manpower, manpower thing. Oh shit! They actually managed to beat us back. However, it's now. Okay, what? What happened there? These guys are the common form. Oh, because we liberated it to Yugoslavia, of course. Well, that's a bunch of bullshit. You know, that's a bunch. It's a bunch of bullshit. But at least it's not in the Axis hands right now. Okay, so let's just try for a full-scale attack. Let's see how it works. I'm thinking in the peace deal, if we actually manage to get one. Okay, this going a bit too fast there, Mr. Ivan Hindi. Okay, let's get some better. Also, I did go the greater good, but since we're at war and we do actually, for such a small country, I actually managed to pack in quite a few factories, and now that we are slowly but surely going to take back what is rightfully ours, I think this should be completely fine. I think what I'm going to take, if I manage to take it, is just the former territories of Austria-Hungary, because that's going to be quite the interesting experience. Let's also try and encircle these divisions. I'm not sure if this is still. No, that's Austria. Okay, so we aren't actually going to manage to take much from. Get motorized. I don't think it's going to be. Oh, let's get some air doctrine maybe going. We do have a whole bunch of new military. Okay, we can't do that, but maybe we can trade for steel. You're from China? I guess so. China could work. And also with this, let's just beef up China, because they might be. I think they actually are very anti-communist, aren't they? So because they are beating up the commies as we speak. Let's also beef up our. Just the production of everything in general. Let's get that steel. Flowing into our country. There we go. Okay, so we went a bit too far with this one. I think I should stop for maybe a little bit and try and consolidate ourselves. And just okay. So the Germans are starting to put up a fight. So let's just try and do. Actually, let's just with this advance. This is not going to work because we're going against tank battalions, my friends. These guys, yeah, that's a bit too much, isn't it? But overall, I think that's okay. Overall, we're just trying to relieve the. Okay, that's pretty good. Trying to relieve the allies of. They aren't actually encircled, are they? Because Slovenia, yeah, Slovenia. Okay, never mind. It was a foolish attempt. But if you manage to capitulate Slovenia, then it's just all going to go to common form, isn't it? That kind of sucks. But overall, I think it's going to be okay. We should probably send them to the front, actually. So, maybe we just play the waiting game here. Maybe just advance a tile here and there. Just to sort of, unite this front. Support from all sides, just to increase the combat width. And, yeah, oh, by the way, how's our air? Yeah, we're completely covering this stuff. What if we do this? Yeah, that's pretty good. That's pretty good. However, it might be more poignant to use that. Airport. Let's also use the rest of our fighters and the bomber thing and just slam it down here in Austria just to have some full coverage of all this stuff. I don't think I'm going to upgrade my planes as of yet, cause we don't have that many as it is. We don't really want to. Okay, Schenking. Okay, so that's the communist Chinese. Okay, let's just stop with that, because the Germans are bringing in more troops. However, when it comes to forts, we are going to start hitting up against the Sudeten lands, which is going to be quite a big issue. However, in the south, I don't think we should have that many problems. But as you can see, since we advanced into Germany, starting to take their core territories, they are going to slowly and surely start to pull back their forces from France and Italy. As you can see, they don't actually have that many troops here. It's just empty, and we're going to start to see some real progress. So in fact, you know, the fact that we joined actually mattered a tiny bit, wasn't completely pointless. Maybe just a little bit. maybe just a okay. They are attacking. They are attacking us. They are attacking us indeed. So can we get something? No. You haven't really been attacking that much, have we? No, indeed not. I like how the volunteers aren't actually doing anything. That's really great. I'm really appreciating all this effort. Spain. Okay, so these guys are attacking, so let's support them from here. Send an extra division as a support. You know, playing with just a few divisions sometimes can be actually quite fun. Because you never know what's going to happen. Okay, so we managed to advance there. Okay, that's pretty good. Have they pushed us back here? No, they haven't. So that's pretty good as well. So, now we just played a waiting game. What's our participation? 7%. That's not too bad because I actually managed to, push into, like, their core states. I suppose. I think that's how it works, at least a tiny bit. Okay, these guys are on the offensive, so maybe we should do something like this. And just kick him out immediately. Though I do think it's going to be transferred to Yugoslavia, which is going to be quite a shame. No, it's not. Okay. Yeah, that's still Austria. Of course. Because, yeah, Slovenia, Croatia, even though Croatia's completely wrong position, but whatever. Croatia, Bosnia, Dalmatia, then we have Montenegro, Serbia. Yep, Serbia is in the common form because it's a socialist republic. Okay, gotcha, Excel, okay, that's fine. Okay, so they're still trying to push, but since I basically went full defense mode because I thought they were going to just launch relentless assaults, and that's probably what's going to happen against the Soviets when we eventually turn against them. Because this is mountains, this is all plains, so, you know, just gonna have to use forts instead of like natural defenses, because we don't have any. Okay, Slovenia has capitulated. Wonderful, and it all went to me. Is this now Hungarian clay? No, it's not. Okay, well, whatever you say. But okay, so it capitulated to. Is this Yugoslavia? It's Yugoslavia. Okay, so there we go. Okay, this push isn't working at all, so let's just stop with that. And I guess we'll just wait, because we don't really have the firepower to push, and we don't have the manpower to actually shipping. Oh, okay, that's pretty good. We don't have the firepower to push, and we don't have the manpower to, you know, cover all the borders. So we so we have to pick our battles, and for the rest of them, we'll just have to defend a bit. But I think that's completely okay. Just sort of just shortening the front line here and there. I think that's going to be completely fine. Yeah, I don't think they can. Yeah, they can only attack here, so that's going to be okay. However, attacking over a river is always a bad idea, since we cannot go through like much of the Soviet territory, because we are not at war with them, and we do not plan to start a two-front war in this situation. Okay, so Italy is about to be toast, thankfully. 8%, okay, so we might take a province or two. Maybe Vienna. Maybe we'll try to get Vienna. Could we... Actually, what German-British War, okay. So we did join that. Hopefully they don't call in their buddies. Okay, this might be poignant to actually attack, split off the south a little bit. Let's take one division, go there. Okay. Are they? Okay, this guy should stay there. I don't know, maybe launching a full-scale assault actually might not be terrible in this situation, because the French are just... Whoa! Actually, it's mostly just the British and their colonies. I don't know, like... French aren't even here. Maybe, no. No, but we see multiple D-days. This is the soft spot that Churchill obviously was talking about for quite the time. But apart from that, I don't think. Maybe we could circle these guys? No, I don't think so. This isn't working. Okay, stop with that. How many troops? Okay, so they're trying to... Okay, so we're not... Actually, let's forget about those guys. Let's just do this. So they can't actually enter. Because this immediately goes over to Croatia. And Croatia is not at war with us. These guys have no supply. Nice. Nicely done. They're also not at war with but now we have to retreat because, yeah, we can see the Soviet troops advancing. Okay. Let's get some, let's get this guy. And just to beef up the air defense. And now, okay, so we can see what are actually these guys? These are the Iranian Communist Authority fighting against the communists and against the fascists. Interesting, so they should be more of a wild card. Okay, so maybe we could do this. Just to shorten the front line again. Just to try, you know, probing attacks here and there, just to try and get the Germans to suffer. And this is quite a long front line, so let's just do this. Could go for encirclement here, but I don't feel confident enough, and because I'm using pure infantry, I don't feel confident enough in the ability of this. Just extend just a massive amount of firepower coming down on this poor single division. Okay, so I don't feel confident enough in actually taking all in the full might of the I can do that. Okay, let's do this. What's this saying? Yeah, just probing attacks. Want to do encirclement, but don't feel confident, knowing the fact that the Germans, you know, you never know how they do things. So now we actually do have quite a bit of an army. But I'm kind of waiting for the Allies to liberate France completely till I actually go in for the finishing blow. That might be actually kind of wrong now that I think about it. Let's try and do this. Because while it's not cored, it still counts as occupied. And okay, never mind. It still counts as occupied, so it's okay. So, yeah, let's just go. Let's see how things pan out. Maybe we'll be the first ones to Berlin. We never know. I don't think so. I don't think we actually have that many troops to do this with, but hey, it's 38 divisions to take on the entirety of the Axis. But this is not core, so once we get to Berlin, actually. Schleswig-Holstein. Okay, Schleswig-Holstein is not properly. Yeah, there we go. Schleswig-Holstein. Even though this part should also. Whatever. You know, whatever. It's the borders or the provinces in this fancy little game don't actually make that much sense. So, you know, there we go. We're about to liberate Czechoslovakia completely. You know, when you take Prague, I think there should be an event where the maybe like the partisans ramp up their activity or something. Okay, we don't need you guys here. Oh, is this? Oh, this is still... Okay, let's just go over it then. Yeah, just kill them. Fall of Rome, good. Good, good, good. So we did manage to split off. Actually, it's not that many Italian divisions there. Let's see, what do we need for... What do we need for Austria-Hungary? Upper Austria, Tyrol... Tyrol. Tyrol should be this, yeah. So we need... Sudetenland... Tyrol, Upper Austria. So Austria and the Czechia, basically. It should be completely fine, I think. It should be completely fine. Okay, we're starting to see a bit of a pushback, but not actually here, surprisingly. Okay, so while those guys are distracted, maybe we could do something like this. Just to beef up the defenses. Salzburg seems undefended. Okay, so the attack of these guys just completely failed. Oh yeah, so they're still connected through here. Gotcha. Okay. Well, it seems that the Germans are actually pushing back a bit. The Allies grows, that should be Portugal, yes. Okay, so, we are managing to push them back, but we are actually running up against some edge now, which is quite the bother. So if we just try and capture it, maybe we'll be able to hold a bit better. The problem with the Sudetenland is there are a lot of provinces, or a lot of small, provinces in that single state. So we'll have to try, like, really hard to actually do something there. Which, you know, could be okay, but you never know. You never know. I wonder when I'm gonna get, like, resistance, because this is core, and I'm actually supposed to be, due to the decisions I've picked, I'm supposed to be, like, weak against resistance, or something like that. So... we don't not want a single province to roll, which is sad. We actually have to own Innsbruck, I think, for that. But we should be in control. Now 64%, so we need 100%, I presume. So let's just go and do that. And in the meantime, that should be almost in full control of the Sudetenland. Yeah, we should probably do something like this. Just to cut these guys off. Yep, there we go. Try and support them from all sides. Okay, that's good, that's good. So you go here, you go here. And bam shalam. Okay, nicely done. Exceptionally. Okay, so let's also take this province. Good. These guys. Okay, so they are under attack. Let's just take this. Okay, so due to the fact that we don't actually have that many troops right now, it's going to be very difficult to do anything. It seems like the Allied offensive is slowly withering away. So you know what that means? Let's make a whole bunch more divisions. And Budapest. Okay, let's stop for now. Let them reshuffle. Let them do their thing, because we do need to have quite a bit of an army ready to actually do anything. Because right now our provinces are sort of controlled by like single divisions or 2 divisions, stuff like that. It just isn't exactly very productive. Let's just do this and this, and let's wait. Let's just wait to see what happens. Swiss Confederation joins the Allies. Okay, another front. That's really good. So they should now start. Hopefully they'll start advancing against the Germans. Are they at war with the Germans? No, they did join the war against the Soviets, though. Which is mighty disappointing, because I don't care about them right now. Maybe because they're still guaranteed by Germany, then they actually can't. Whatever, I think we've advanced quite a bit for the time being. Even though it's a small advance, it's still something. We definitely had more luck than the Allies. Mind you, this is getting a bit difficult because the Allies are also running out of manpower and an army. Mostly due to the fact that they have to deal also not just with the Germans, of course, but also with the Soviets. So that's like, if you've ever found yourself in a bad position, just think about the Allies right now and imagine yourself, you know, trying to deal with that, trying to deal with the two biggest armed forces as the Allies without a United States. You know, the United States has not joined, so this is the worst possible situation the Allies can find themselves in. However, they aren't at war with what they're called? They're called Japan. They aren't at war with Japan, so that sort of mediates it a bit. Can you get this small little encirclement? That would be just grand. And one of you guys. Okay, they're starting to attack. Okay, they quickly gave up, seeing that we have quite a defensive line. Mostly just focused on defense this entire game because I figure this is what's it's gonna come down to. I'm really sort of sad that they didn't actually just waste themselves against our borders, but you know, whatever. Okay, these guys can just annihilate this small little army here. That would be absolutely brilliant. Before the yeah, so let's go liberate Yugoslavia. Now we can join this before the bad Russians. Actually, that's just the Croats. Yeah, before the bad Croats come in. This little salient. Okay, so the Allies have ramped up the attack. Now they're having a try to to go from the north. I'm very interested to see what would actually happen if or what's going to happen when the peace conference with the Axis happens. If it happens, we actually manage to beat them back, but it seems, you know, Germany's starting just to crumble. Of course, Italy's just out of the picture. When that happens, how is that going to affect the war with the Germans, with the Russians? Because this is a very interesting border we have here, and the Russians are powerful, to say the least. I'm really glad I'm capturing all these factories, you know? So I'm not complaining. Let's try and do this. Okay, bam. Schlam. Okay, let's advance there. I just want full control of the Sudetenland Fort line, basically. Is this still? Yeah, that's still the Sudetenland. Okay, let's do this. And yes, the Germans aren't taking this back, even though they could with just a single right click. Maybe we should use that, because there's no one here. Okay, let's just go for a cheeky advancement, because there seems to be no one there. Just hold those guys in place. Factory output, yeah, let's go for the factory output. We don't have that many factories, and we definitely need, okay, naval warfare, what? Do we hold a port Oh, we do hold a port here. Okay, I see how it is. That's pretty nice. That's pretty nice, actually. So, if we were to form the Austro-Hungarian thing, we're not gonna get that, but Austria-Hungary, we only need to roll right now, so maybe we should aggressively push forward to roll, so... Okay, cancelled, I took it back. Never mind, it was a good effort. Okay, so, if we were to take to roll, if we then... Okay, let's just go for a German push again. If we were to take to roll, okay, let's go just aggressive aggressive advancement because they don't actually have enough troops to fill their border. And what we're gonna do is just deploy all these guys, slam down, and you know, they aren't ready at all for this for combat, but we just need someone to hold the front line. Okay, it seems that the Germans had more troops than I anticipated. Let's try and do this. Let's make this guy field marshal. Where is he? Okay, promote. So he can hold just a lot of divisions. Okay, so we are taking back Italy, and if we manage to, do we own Tyrol now? Not quite. I do want to own Tyrol though. Wait, what? Okay, Iranian communist. Okay, so we need Innsbruck. We do need Innsbruck. We're gonna go about taking it now. Maybe we just should, like, one division just march up to Innsbruck. Just to see. This guy, hold that guy in place. You should hold that guy in place, thank you. Okay, never mind. Well, it was worth a try. Maybe we could just rush Berlin though. I mean, that would be interesting. Ground support. Actually, talking about ground support, how are my planes? We're still within the reach. However, maybe we should start thinking about doing this. And you guys, why didn't you go here? I thought I ordered that. Okay, so that's that, and these guys should cover this because they aren't flying anything over. Okay, they have no plane. How many planes do they have? They have 2,000. How many do I have? 1,000, almost 2. So okay, that's close. No, okay, Innsbruck is ours. Austria-Hungary. This mod is amazing. Bam! It's now the Danubian Federation at war. Okay, okay. But that's pretty good because this all is now cored. Yeah, core state. Which I'm not sure that's how it should work. Maybe you should just maybe it would be better if we actually restricted that to just peace deals, but I'm not one to argue. So, you know, bam, shalom, here we go. Let's just do this. Just do that. And, yeah. Okay. So, it seems like the Germans either navally invaded... No, actually, they probably just got encircled. But northern push, again, against the Germans has seemed to have failed. So... However, Berlin is ours now, as we do have Berlin under our control, which is fairly okay. I mean, I'm happy about how much further until the... Okay, but then we have to deal with Italy, and Italy is fighting back with those, what, 3 divisions? 5 to 6, man. Really? Italy's seen better days. Italy has definitely seen better days. So Free France is now in northern Italy. Yes, that's definitely how it looks. Okay. So, you know, hopefully we will manage to push them out touch tips with the rest of the allies, with the western part. And yeah, so 800,000 manpower, that's exactly what I wanted to see. Didn't really plan on this being a Austria-Hungary run, but you know, you don't have any like options through the focus tree to really like democratically, diplomatically integrate anyone through the democratic thing. Through the democratic king, the democratic kingdom, focus tree for Hungary. So I'm just glad that we managed to do something and get some cores. Maybe it would be better to get the Hungarian kingdom, but to do that we do actually need to have let me just speak. No, we can't speak. Let's get war bonds. better to have the Hungarian kingdom, but we might do that just as the fascist one if I ever do one, but I do think I will, because that's quite a bit of fun. Okay, so is Germany dead yet? German Reich, 78%. How much? I'm really interested to see what would happen to France. Like, are they going to keep it? Because Alsace-Lorraine should be cored. Yes, and so should be Luxembourg. No, Luxembourg isn't. Okay, but Alsace-Lorraine is a core. So, because it's a core, Nuremberg. We're gonna have a lot of fun there in a few years. Okay, so 10-2 was done. Let's just upgrade these planes, I guess. Also, let's get quite a lot of them because we're gonna need them against the Russians. So what's gonna happen to France? Are they gonna keep Alsace-Lorraine, or is it going to go over to the Germans as Alsace-Lotharing, I think? So we'll just have to see. But I think now it's fairly certain to say that Germany is done. Done and dusted. Just quite okay. Can we get infantry XP? Yes, we can. That's all I wanted. And this guy, can he give us anything? No, because he sucks terribly, which is sad, but you know, that's just life. Sometimes you suck, sometimes you don't. Okay, so we have to take... okay, Italy's capitulated. And Germany is gonna come very soon, because all the troops that were here taking Italy are gonna come and fight against the onslaught of the... onslaught... Stuttgart. The onslaught of the Germans, however, they also have to fight off against the Danish Civil Union. I thought this was Croatia. Okay, so Croatia is Denmark now, and Denmark is Germany. Okay, well, you know. Whatever floats your boat, Denmark. I'm not, you know, not one to judge at all. You know, you do what you feel like doing, but moving to Croatia is just, you're actually about to run up against the Maginot Line over here, which is not going to be a lot of fun. But because we actually are allied with the Allies, the fact that we don't have to hold all this territory for ourselves, we just have to sort of clean up their mess, is actually very beneficial to us. And I do think that the Germans seem to have quite a few more troops down in France than they actually do in their own country. How many troops do they have left? They have... well, actually quite a bit. It's actually quite a bit. You know, if this was any other like strategy game or like a total war game, we'd also have to capture all of Scandinavians, which would be a pain. Afghanistan was puppeted. Really? Nice that the Soviet bear is still growing after all this time. Come on, allies, I really need you to put in some work here. I get it, you're fighting off against the commies. Maybe you should start winning actually that war instead of losing it. And you're still fighting off against the Germans. This is like peak. Peak. Okay, German Reich. Oh, finally. Okay, but since this is all our cores, since this is our core territory, we should be just able to take it, right? Right. Okay, so this is the core territory. This is what we want. No, that's a bit expensive. Maybe these two, just to blob out a bit. These two could definitely use the steel. Bam. Okay, let's liberate Slovenia. Okay, we can't. Let's just give the allies a whole bunch to do. It's liberate Slovenia, so they fight on our side. Let's okay, so Italy. Okay, so Belgium's just going ham though. So Belgium's also taking a whole bunch of stuff. Okay, so they all are taking stuff. France just took Luxembourg. Okay, I see how it is. So maybe we should be a little bit more cheeky then and actually take a bunch of stuff instead. Maybe we can block off the Axis and the Western powers and the Allies. That would be very interesting indeed. Let's just take all this oil and stuff to really boost the... Okay, let's just pass a bunch so they give it to you. Okay, bam. So the borders are hideous, but Austria-Hungary, this is how the Southern German Confederation should have looked. Oh wow, really? You're gonna do me like that? Aren't at war with them though, so they shouldn't be able to... Republic of Spain join the Comintern, okay. So that's annoying that we have to do that. Okay, bam. Things just went back to normal all of a sudden. Just like that. Okay. I'm glad to see that the game fixed itself, I'm glad to see. So now Slovenia is a democracy. Yeah, Slovenian Republic. We are the Danubian Federation, but the British should completely hate us. No, they love us. Generated world tension. In fact, we hate them because they have generated more world tension. Okay. Screw them. They took Scandinavia. Okay. Okay. Well. So what did they take? They took this. This is now Belgium. This is Belgium. Okay, so they took the colonies, I guess. That's pretty smart. British Raj still dying, however. So, I think I'll be back in a bit when we actually build up enough so we can face the Russians as well. Because... Oh, okay. Because they're the Allies? They can do that? Oh no, because they didn't give in the territory. Oh, that's right. Okay. So I see how it is. Russia. That's just breaking international law. Breaking the pact to split Poland. That's bad and stuff. Why are they fighting within my territory? Leave. Why are the Polish here? Fall of Gibraltar. Okay, so now they have to deal with Spain. France was just created from the giant mess. Now they have to Jesus, world tension country. Did we because we liberated them? Did we somehow? I don't know, generate declare war on German Reich. Okay, -5. So justifying a war is 39, but declaring the war is -5. How is Volkshamite? Where is that? Should be communist. Okay. So they own the Allen. So they own. This is the Allen Islands, right? Yeah. This is the Gotland. Okay, so they own Gotland. Man, the Allies are in a bunch of trouble. Now we do actually have quite a bit of manpower. So all we have to do is defend. Defend. Try and build up a pretty big front line, stuff like that. So I'll be back in a bit when things clear up, I guess. Alright, so I played a little bit further, and I think I'm just gonna have to stop this campaign, because it's just going to be such a drag to go just always east and try to defeat the Soviet Union while they are on the same side as the Spanish, who are just, beating the French continuously. And, all the various X-Axis members haven't yet built up, and so I'd have to wait for another 2 years for them to actually even pose a force that would help me. And in the meantime, it would just get such it would just get to be such a damn grind to just try and hold the Russians, while also trying to push the Spanish out of France and then turning back towards the east, trying to push the Russians while also defending possibly the Allies and in the northern front. So it's and when you look at the Russians, they're just I think they're just too strong at this point. They just had too good of an advance at the beginning of the game, and while the Chinese are now at war with them, which is sort of curious, I think it would be just a bit too much. So yeah, well, if you guys enjoyed this campaign, and yeah, thank you guys for watching, and see you next time.